So in this syllabus, in the last class, I covered data models. So the first chapter and the second chapter is over, and even in the third chapter, covered up to the case. Actually, I haven't discussed all the case because we have to execute till we until we execute the queries and all. We cannot even understand the concept. So anyhow, we have this particular concepts in the third module. Whatever the important keys like primary key, unique key, non-null key, that all I have explained with an example when we discussed the keys. Okay, the rest of the keys I didn't explain because that which is we can cover in the third module. Okay, so we'll just now try to convert the ER diagrams into the tables because whenever you took one application after you drawn the design, so then we have to do the coding part. So for that you may not know that how to convert the ER diagram into the tables, like uh, for relationship, do really we need a separate table, or for each entity we should have again the separate tables? We don't know actually. So that is what today I want to explain in detail about it. So with the diagram, and stop sharing this. Today, what exam you all have? At what time? Yes.
From 11:15 to 12.
Okay, which exam now?
Software engineering.
So here, today I want to discuss about how to convert the ER diagrams into tables. These are the rules. Okay, in your ER diagram, if you have drawn like this, you just try to convert as like this. Okay, in the slides, how the diagrammatic representation is and how again we are going to convert it. So that you just learn. It is easy only. So this is what the strong entity set with one simple attribute. Okay, so if there is only one entity, suppose this is your diagram, then only one table is enough. So in that table, you just take all the attributes. That's it. So once you have installed the software, after you have done the designing part, then we have to create one table, and for that particular table, we have to we have to take the three attributes with the names, whatever that you have taken in the diagrammatic part. And for this, we have to make this one as a primary key. That's it. And this is what, so again, many of the students have drawn like few students have drawn, even they have mentioned the composite attributes and all. Okay, that is good. And for any entity, there is a composite attribute. So in that case, you have to convert this particular diagram into this tabular format. Okay, so what is the schema of this? Schema is nothing but the overall structure. So the overall structure for the student entity. So you have to include each and everything. So at first, roll number. Okay, then again, no need to take this name and address. Directly, you can take whatever the composed attributes to that particular taken attributes name and address. So for the name, again, we have the two attributes that is first name, last name. So that is what in the table you just consider roll number, first name, last name. Okay, city, street, house number. Because if we specify like even name and address, again the space will be wasted. Okay, and even you specify the name also, you have to again specify like first name and the last name. So that is what, okay, directly you can take in the structure in the schema, that is whatever the composed, okay, the final composed one that you have to take. So roll number, first name, last name, house number, street, city. Understand? So next is for multi-valued attribute. So this is an entity, student. If in your diagram, if there any entity with a multi-valued attribute, then we have to separate. We have to take the two, okay, tables. The two tables. One table, maybe then you might have a doubt like, ma'am, here there is only one entity with the student name, with the name student. Then how should we specify like the two tables with the different names? Okay. For that, no need to worry. You can mention like student one, okay, roll number, city, and the student two is roll number, mobile number. So how you are going to divide the one particular entity into two is, then we have to relate the two tables, right? So how can we relate with the help of the primary attribute that the two tables have the same primary key. So in this way, we have to divide this. We have to take the two tables. Understand? Or any doubts? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Then, see, this is what if in your ER diagram, suppose there is a relationship that you kept in between the two strong entities. Okay, so in that case, directly one table is enough. For the relationship set, okay, one table is enough, like for the work set. What the information that we have to store for this relationship set is, we have to take the primary key for the first entity and the primary key for the second entity, and along with these two we have to include, suppose here for works in, suppose assume that it has some more attributes. It has some more attributes, maybe since date, okay, from date to date. Okay, so like this, if it has two more attributes, then what we have to do then? We have to take, along with the two primary keys, we have to take whatever all the attributes that works in has. So from two. Understand? So next is binary relationship with cardinalities. Okay, so if suppose there is a cardinality that you have specified, it means that the cardinality here is m is to n. So if the cardinality is m is to n, then how we have to construct the tables from the ER diagram? How we have to convert this particular ER diagram into tables? Because in the software, okay, we have to take the tables and we have to write the queries. After then, we have to show our results, whatever you have written the query to the specific question. So before writing the query, at first we have to take the tables. Okay, in that what the attributes that we have to take. So like that. Here there are two entities and one relationship set. So for each entity we have to take here. See, there are separate conventional rules for the cardinalities. If it is m is to n, then we have to take the three tables with the name A, R, B. And in the A, whatever the attributes that here, okay, for the entity A are there, that we have to mention here. Okay, for the A table, for the A entity, we have to mention the attributes like A1, comma A2. Imagine, okay, whatever you have drawn the ER diagram, okay, you consider that one and try to construct the tables. Try to convert the ER diagram into tables. So that is what I'm not even take here. I have not even taken any of the application because I have already given the applications to you all. You have submitted the assignments also. The first experiment, anyhow, it was done. So for that, again, we have to know how to convert into the tables. That is what I'm not even mentioning the examples here also. Suppose this part is matched with your ER diagram, then how do we convert this particular thing into the tables? So this is what the entity A, and for this, whatever the attributes that we have to include. Suppose it has one more attribute, then we have to here A3, we have to mention here A3. So A is a table. Okay, A is nothing but the schema of the table, and it has three attributes E1, E2, E3. And coming to this B1, as it is B1, B2, if it has some more B3 and B4, okay, again it has B3, B4. But coming to the relationship, is it having any of the attributes here? Is it having any attributes? This relationship is having any attributes? If it's having any of the attributes, this R has any of the attributes. Yes, yes or no? Is it having the attributes?
Yes, ma'am.
No, for R I'm asking, is the R has any of the attributes?
No, ma'am.
No, right? So that
No.
is what it will just have in that particular table. Okay, it will just have the attributes. The entity A is primary key, the entities B primary key. See. But A has the attributes, so that is what it has A1, A2. B has the entity has the attributes B1, B2. So this is how we have to convert this particular ER diagram into the tables. If it has M is to N cardinality, M is to N cardinality. Suppose there is a cardinality, if there is a relationship has the cardinality 1 is to N, then no need to have the three tables. Okay, so whatever the attributes which has uh, the cardinality at the side of 1, okay, take directly that particular entity with the two attributes A1, A2. So this is what. But here anyhow it is the cardinality 1 is to N, right? So in this case, you directly combine the second entities table and the relationship set table into one. So no need to take here the two tables. Okay, just take okay BR directly and include B1, B2 and A1. Understand? If it only, see, this rule will be applicable whenever you have specified any of the cardinality 1:n. But here we have to take the 3 tables. If it is the cardinality m:n. See, these are the thumb rules. If it is 1:n, then directly we can take the 2 tables. One is with the only attributes of the particular entity which has 1 here. Okay, but here we have to combine these two, the second entity and the relationship set. How we can combine is we have to specify the all the attributes of the second entity and the primary key of the first entity. So in this way, we have to convert this ER to tables. Suppose now it is m:1. Okay, m:1. Then same for the B entity, we have to take all the attributes. But as it's having, okay, this side as it's having m from to the left side. So then we have to combine this particular relationship with the first entity, and so in this particular thing, so AR, then I have to specify the all the attributes of the left side entity and the primary key of the second entity. See here, it was matched, and this is what.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
why only you are considering the primary one, only B1 and in that A1?
In this A1.
Yes. No, ma'am.
Okay,
In
in
this
this
you are
AR.
considering, yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
B1 only we are considering only B1, not
because
B2.
that is the primary key, no? If I had the primary key, then automatically I can know about the other attribute values, right? See, this is the primary key.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood, Kiran? See, all these are helpful to you once we'll go with the SQL software. Okay, we have like, but I'm going to tell you about MySQL command line. I'll just give you the application. You have to install that after the first mid examination is the first module test is over. Then I'll just share with you the first at first the software with you all. You have to download it and you have to like specify the username and the password. Okay, I'll tell you what the username you have to give. Okay, anyhow, you will get the instruction to give the username while you are installing only. So because you have to remember the password, if you forget once, then you cannot even able to connect. Okay, at first we have to connect, then we have to specify the username, then again we have to specify the password. So if we give the data correctly, then we can be able to create the tables and all. So that is what, because before I'm asking you to, okay, take something to do, so like that, at first I have to tell to you how to convert the sample, whatever you have designed, that into the tables. Okay, you have to know how to convert it into the tables. So this is the concept. It will helpful to you even for your other projects in the 4th year, even for the internships and all also. So this is 1:1. 1:1 cardinality. Suppose in your ER diagram, if you have mentioned anywhere 1:1, okay, here there are 2 ways. You can combine this R with anything, either first entity or with the second entity. So if you combine this with the first entity, you will get this kind of tables. So in this tables, you have to specify the attributes. See, you don't forget about it, because whenever you had the relation, whenever you have just combined this relation, remember that in that relational table, you have to specify both the entities' primary keys. Suppose at first, if I take like this A and then BR, then what I'll do in A, automatically I'll just consider only the attributes of the entity A. But if I combine this relationship, see, it will just reduces our work. If you don't know, then what you will do again you will take the relation one more relational table and you will just specify A1, B1. So instead of avoiding the confusion and taking many more tables, we have some rules. So in that way, these rules will be helpful for us to avoid to take many of the tables. Instead of taking the different tables, we can combine directly with this relationship with the next entity. So in this way, it will help us. మీకు డౌట్ రావచ్చు మ్యామ్ ఎందుకు మ్యామ్ ఎన్ని స్పెసిఫై చేస్తే ఈవెన్ రిలేషన్ కూడా వీ కెన్ కన్సిడర్ దిస్ వన్ as a separate table and we can take no, so like that you might think, but you will confuse that. Okay, that is useless because you will waste your even time, because for everything you have to write the structure of the table. Instead of it, you can just consider, okay, other entities keys, that's it. Even you cannot even write one more time the structure of the table separately for the next table, no. Okay, so in that way it will be helpful for us if we know the thumb rules of the cardinality ratios. I can say these are the thumb rules. Okay, 1:1 అయితే ఎట్లా, how we have to convert. So m:n, if the cardinality ratio is m:n, then how we have to convert. And suppose cardinality ratio is m:1, or else suppose 1:m. So for all this, we have separate thumb rules. Okay, that we have to remember, and according to it, we have to take the tables. So in this, anyhow, this relation, it means that it should have the link between the two tables. So this B specifies it, we have to take. Okay, you also can consider B1, B2 at first, and then from the other entity, we have to consider like this. So like this. So these are the thumb rules. Okay, so the last 4 slides, about the last 4 slides, these are the rules. This is the theory part of that, all the 4 cardinality ratios. So this is what theory. Anyhow, I have just explained with the diagrammatic part. So you just go through this once. Okay. So, and even again, suppose you kept some participation constraints in between the entities. Okay. So in that case, how do we have to convert that particular diagram into the tables? The next thing is this one only. Anyhow, we know if there is an entity, then how do we have to convert into the table, that we learn. And then, okay, for the different type of the attributes, and then for the different cardinality ratios, now we have to just look over into the what participation constraints. So either if it is total participation is existing, then how we have to convert. Suppose there is a partial participation is existing, then how do we have to convert it into the tables, that we have to learn. See here, in this case, suppose the year where there is a total participation from the strong entity to this relationship set to the A, then because the cardinality here is 1:n, definitely we should follow like A of A1, A2 and B are equal to B1, B2 and A1. See, this foreign key and all we can discuss in the third module. Okay, you just forget about this. Anyhow, if we consider the A1 is a primary key or as the key attribute, okay, it don't have any of the null values. So you forget about the theory part. Okay, so just go through the diagram. Even in the 1:n in this cardinality ratio, if it has again the total participation from the B entity to the relationship set to A, then we have to convert this one into, by considering 1:n cardinality ratio, we have to take the two tables A and then B is to R. So for the A entity, again it has only A1, A2, and for the BR, it should have like the attributes B1, B2. Along with this B1 and B2, A1 we have to specify. That's it. So next is if there exists the total participation, okay, to both the entities, then directly you can take, okay, one table, that is A, B, R, and we have to take all the attributes. So A, B, A1, A2. So now B, B1, B2. That's it. This is the case whenever we have specified here the total participation for both the entities. And this is what binary relationship with weak entity set. Suppose in your diagram, if you specified any of the weak entity, so in that case, how do we have to draw? So if there is a weak entity, then don't take this one as a one separate table. No, don't take at all, because there was no use. Okay, directly you can specify this attributes and all with the relationship. Okay, whenever there is a weak entity, definitely we should have like the total participation to the other entity. Okay, so whenever there is a relationship in between the strong and the weak entity, or in between the two weak entities also, the symbol of this relationship set is the two double line rhombus symbol, diamond shape symbol. Okay, so that is what you have to combine this with the BR. Okay, and you have to specify the attributes of all B with the A attribute A1. See here. If there is a weak entity. So now, these are the practice problems. If you want to practice now, then I'll just give you. Otherwise, if you want to prepare for the mid-exam, then you can prepare. It is all your wish. So this is what the first module, but I'll just tell you how you will get the questions. Okay, for the mid-examination. Remember one thing, just go through at first the DBMS structure. You will get the descriptive questions also on that. Understand? So what is the transaction manager responsibility? So like that you will get question for the 2 marks descriptive questions. And coming to the 2 marks, for the 2 marks, they'll just ask you on the transaction management concept. Again, we have the properties of transactions and all, right? Atomicity. So in that case, you may get some problems also on that particular concept, like that is the general questions only. we don't have any of the formulas even to solve that questions. What you have to do is take the data and write it on the paper. Initially, some balance will be there. So general question is, okay, suppose a transaction was happened after like the deduction, the 200 amount was deducted from the account A. If it is not transferred to the base account, then what is this property called? It was nothing but the atomicity. So again, you will be get question like, is the consistency will be okay there or not? So in that case, okay, no consistency because the amount is deducted but not credited to the base account. So this kind of general questions you will get, and don't expect the direct questions. Don't expect the direct questions, and don't expect all the questions in my material because only one faculty is not preparing the question paper. Any doubts? The material also I have uploaded. Somebody asked, you can go through the material, but again I will upload the today's content also. Okay. In the third chapter, I'll just modify. See, whatever the material I'm just uploading, I'm not uploading in the GLAN. I'm directly uploading into the Moodle. Any doubts? No doubts? Roll number 43. Any doubts? Akila? 8.
Ma'am, are you our ANC?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Understand the concept or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So if any doubts are there in any of the concept, then I'll just explain you one more time. See, this is what we just go through this diagram and go through each and every part of this diagram. Storage manager, it is one part, query processor, one more part. So in each part, go with the every component, okay, definition. You just know the responsibilities. And sometimes the 2 marks questions will be like list out any of the applications of DBMS, and sometimes what is the difference between the data and the information. And what is the query? And the 2 marks question, like The operations of insertion, modification, and updation, which will comes under which query? Either select query or action query or both. So in this way also you will get question, one question on this. So then you have to write all this will comes under the action query, but not the select query. Okay, select is nothing but to display the data that is already existed in the table. So these are the advantages of DBMS over file systems. No doubts. Number 2. Three.
Yes, ma'am.
Others. 6.
Ma'am.
Yes, Chappandi. 37. Tell me. 9.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in the next class, I'll conduct one quiz. Okay, on this first module. In the module only, I'll just conduct the exam. Yes. Who is asking? See, it is not possible, Narayan. Once you have transferred to this, you cannot be even able to again transfer to the same campus. Okay, in between the semester, like there is a chance, but you cannot go in the middle of the semester. Even for the faculty also, they will not even allow the faculty to go to the other campus to work. Okay, because they have already included your number in some section, right, Narayan? So it is not possible. Yeah, but they'll just remove from there. But you are not supposed to transfer again to the same campus. No, I cannot say. You just have to consult with the management only. Don't know to whom you have consulted. Okay, before you come here, you have to consult them again. Okay, AMC is for okay. If they have any issues, then you can just intimate to me so that I can give you the suggestions. Okay, but this is with related to the management. You have to put everything. You have to put the letter, and they have to consider yours. But in the middle of the semester, nobody in my experience in Gita. Okay, when okay. Uh-huh. Then you just talk with them once. Okay. Okay. If you want to go back, then you just talk with them once again. That's it. Yeah, okay. Even AMC also don't have the rights to just map the student to other section and all. Okay, we are here to view the student details and all. Okay, we can even able to see uh, what the academic okay data and all, but we don't have any options also. Then you can tell to me, okay, I'll just convey the same thing to the other faculty also without specifying your name, and that's it. Understand? Okay. If you have any problem with me also, you can tell to me. So all the subjects, you are able to understand all the subjects, right? Okay. So if you had any issue, you can personally ping me the issue. Okay. Okay then. So now everybody got understood, right, about the ER representation and all, and how to convert the ER into the tables. So next module onwards, I'll just uh, discuss each and every concept by executing the queries and all. Okay, you'll not be get bored. Okay, because the first module is entire theory. Even that also, I just gave my best because I have, if I haven't considered the examples, then it is very much difficult to you to listen the classes and all. So that is what I have already asked you to draw the ER diagram by taking the application. So today I have just shown you how to convert it into the tables. So this, which will helps you to do the next experiment and all. If you are facing any difficulty to do and all, okay, there is no problem. It's all your wish. If you have uploaded the assignments and all on time, okay, so that is good. That's it. And I will upload today only the notes in the model. Tomorrow I'll conduct the exam also, the quiz only, MCQs. Okay, so in our class only, I'll just conduct the exam. Anyhow, you'll write the exam on Thursday. So for that, I'll create one Zoom link. So I'll share with you. You have to log in to the Zoom. Parallelly, you have to log into the Moodle also. So if nobody has any doubts, then you can just log out from the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.